All right, Dave. Here I am explaining to you using the Obsbot camera that I have, how to use your new Obsbot camera. Okay. Now, essentially, what you're going to do. This is just what you have to do pre-prep. Okay. It doesn't take that long. It takes maybe a couple of minutes to do this when you want to use the camera. You want to make sure you plug the microphone in. Okay, in this case, this is the microphone that comes with Obsbot. Okay, but you can get a duplicate or a backup of this microphone if you plug it in to the camera, and it's got a large pickup. Okay, this is a great mic, which I'm giving you the new one. This is brand new. Okay, I've got one that's used over there. It's plugged into the camera I'm using. So this microphone you would plug into the camera. Now I velcroed mine to the tripod, and what I did was I took off the rubber. This peels right off. This is the rubber here, because if you try to put Velcro on this, it won't stick. So I just pull this whole damn thing off and I put Velcro on here. But if you want to just clip it on there or somehow hold it on there, with rubber bands or something, you can do that also. All right, on your tripod. And then just plug this into the port in the back. If you look on the back here, there is a port for the microphone, and it just goes right in. Make sure it's all the way in too, okay? And once it's in all the way, you're good to go. And of course, this would be, if this was on the tripod right now, you would have this either Velcroed on there like I do, or you would use some kind of a clip of some kind to hold this microphone on. And unfortunately, they don't give me anything. This is the Obsbot microphone. Okay, this was purchased from the Obsbot website. Okay, but again, you can find this Obsbot mic sometimes on eBay, and you can also find it on B&H Photo, which is a New York-based company. Okay, a video company. And make sure it's all the way in. Okay, they made this thing so you plug it in. Okay, but it's not a solid plug-in for some reason. Mine's the same thing. It just goes in, but you want to make sure it's in. Okay, don't leave it half out like this. Just push it in as far as you can go. And there is an indication, okay, on your camera. Okay, there is an indication. If you look right here in the corner over here, it'll have a little microphone. So if that microphone is not plugged in, okay, that little indication will go away. All right, so if I hold that up, now you see there is no indication on there in the upper left-hand corner that there is a mic. So if I plug the mic back in, which is what I'm going to do, all right, and now I can see here, if you look up, you can see that there is a microphone plugged in right here, okay? Little microphone. So you want to make sure that happens, okay? We talked about that on the phone today. All right, so that's basically what that is. Now, also, I'm recording right now because I hit the button here, the record button on my iPhone, okay? So when I hit the record button on my iPhone, okay, it started recording. All right, so I'm recording. I'm already 3 minutes and 57, 58, 59 minutes, 59 seconds into the recording. All right, now, if I want to stop it, I just hit the stop button, which I'm not going to do, but I would just hit the stop button. Okay, we'll get into, how to take whatever, how to transfer the recording over to your computer and do whatever you got to do. All right, so now I am recording at 4K 60 frames per second, which is the highest you can go in the industry today. I mean, it's 5K come out, the new 5K TVs have come out and all that stuff, but there is no 5K yet for this stuff here. That's just for playback transmissions and stuff like that. Okay, so 4K 60 frames per second. All right, now you're going to download the app. You're going to download the Obsbot Tail app, and I'll send you a link of information on how to do that. It's probably up here on the apps on your iPhone under the A just go to the A uh, 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 template on in your apps store, and just type in Obsbot tail, okay? And the app will be there. So you download that app, okay? Now, once you've downloaded that app, okay, the procedure, once you activate your Obsbot tail, is to go over to settings on your phone, okay, because this creates a Wi-Fi link with your phone. Don't happen to be anywhere near Wi-Fi, a Wi-Fi situation where you're using this, doesn't matter. It creates its own Wi-Fi. It creates its own Wi-Fi communication with the phone, so you don't need external Wi-Fi. So you would go over to the settings on your phone, okay, which I'm not going to do right now because I'm in the middle of talking to you about this thing. You would go over to your settings on your iPhone once you've downloaded the app. Scroll down and look at Wi-Fi, okay? Click on the Wi-Fi, and then look for Obsbot tail. Press the Obsbot tail, which is what you want to use, and when you do that, it'll just put that little blue check mark over near the Obsbot tail and change whatever Wi-Fi signal you're on to the Obsbot tail. Now you are linked with your your Obsbot tail camera. You're linked. Then you close out your settings and go into the app itself. All right. And once you get into the app, okay, you're going to see a picture of you looking at the camera because you've turned the camera on. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go over to the upper right-hand corner of the app once you open it up and you see this, because you want to sync the camera face with my face. You want to keep the camera's lens with me. So what you do is, okay, it's not following me now. You see that? It's not following me now. So if I turn around and there's a little guy right over here, a little man over here. See that little man? I'm going to hold it so you can see it. A little man, you may not see it, but it's a little man. It's right below this white dot that you see over here. When I click on that little man, okay, when I click on that little man, something is going to come up. Two little bubbles are going to come up. One says more and then quick. I'm going to click on the quick, and when I do that, okay, it's going to lock my camera so that it's following me now. See that? Camera's following me. See that? All right, so you can see if I just get real close to you and I move far away, or I go over here by the door, it's going to follow me. All right, no matter where I go, it's going to follow me. Now, somebody could walk in front of you, okay, which you don't really want people to do when you're in the middle of filming, okay, but it'll still stay on you. So once you've done the little man, you tapped it, and then you hit quick, okay, you're ready to record. You're ready to record your whatever you want to record. Okay, and then when you hit the stop button, it stops. All right, so now, one other thing that I want to discuss with you, and of course, I'm going to give you the instruction. I don't know if I have the booklet. I'm going to download and print out the instructions for you and send them to you in the PDF, or send them to you via, you know, a PDF online. I'll send it to you, Messenger or something like that. If you have any other questions. Now, when you have issues, because sometimes you have issues with these things. If you do, you're going to tap on the, I'm sorry, no, it's not doing that. That's, okay. What you want to do is you want to reset it to the factory settings if you have an issue. It's not recording, it is recording, something's going on, whatever. I don't, when you have a problem on the computer, what you do is you just shut it down and restart it. And when you got an issue on your phone, you shut it down and restart it. And basically what that does is it reinitializes whatever factory settings you have. There is a factory settings tab on this camera, okay? which should be over here on one side of the camera, but it doesn't seem to be at this point. And I'm not sure why it's not here, but there's a factory settings. There should be a factory settings unit here. The booklet will show you. And if you go online and you type in, how do I reset my Obsbot tail to factory settings? It'll probably send you to the Obsbot website and tell you step by step how to do that. Normally there's a little doohickey over here. You tap it and you scroll down and you see factory settings and you touch that and automatically shuts it down and then starts it again and you're at factory settings, which is what you want to really have. Okay, the big thing is that little guy over there. Okay, that little guy, when you tap that and then you tap, okay, quick, Q-U-I-C-K, when you click on that, that's going to give you, it's going to lock the lens on you, just like that. Okay? So that's basically all you do. And then, of course, you hit the record or the play, and you record. Now, when you're done recording, you would hit the stop button here, that little red square. Okay, you would hit that, and it would stop the recording. All right? And then, once you stop the recording, you can play it back, because there'll be a little square, like on your phone, when you record something on the phone, and you see in the little square photo of the last thing you recorded or the last picture you took, you tap on that, and same thing over here, you tap on this, and it would play back the footage that we just recorded. Now, this is something that happens, I don't know why it happens, but it does happen, is if you're recording a long time, it will break up the 3 video recordings into 3 separate recordings. Okay? I think it does that, and then it also will give you one long recording, which is complete, plus 2 recordings, and it'll also give you still shots. I guess it figures maybe you want to put a still shot in, something on Facebook or somewhere, or some kind of corporate thing, and so it gives you little still shots and things like that, which you can transfer from the micro SD card, which is in the back of that, onto the computer. Okay, now let's talk about that. This is a tool that has nothing to do with the Obsbot tail. This is a tool I used for one of my sprinkler systems. It's got a little flat, like a screwdriver type thing. So if you get a jeweler's screwdriver, okay, with a flat edge like this, or you have a small screwdriver with a flat, thin edge like this, okay, then you can substitute this guy for what I'm about to show you. Now, what is it? This is from rainbird.com. I bought a giant sprinkler that shoots water really far away, and I usually don't have automatic sprinklers in my house because I don't want to pay extra this and blowing that out and doing this, that, and the next thing. So I put these nice farm sprinklers. They're very expensive farm sprinklers on my property, okay, in the summertime, and I have hoses going around the property, and I know it's stupid, but I could have a guy come in and put an automatic sprinkler system. I just haven't done it yet. Whether I want to do it or not, something. Anyway, this is an adjustment screwdriver for the sprinkler to make it go far or closer, or to make it go more left or right. But you can get a jeweler screwdriver for something like this, and use that instead. Now, what do you use this for? Okay. Well, I don't walk around with long nails, okay? So you're going to be using a micro SD card. Now I'm going to give you this one. It's only 32 gigabytes. So you may want to get one that's maybe 64 gigabytes or 128 gigabytes. I don't know how high you can go with the micro SD card on the phone, on the Obsbot tail. I'm not sure. I think 128 is I have in this one that I'm recording on. Okay, so you take the micro SD card. Let me just pull out the mic for a second. Okay, and on the top, okay? Okay, on the bottom you have your mic. The mic goes in down here. Goes in here, see? That's where the mic goes. It goes in here. Okay, so that's where your mic, your microphone goes. But on the top, this independent swivel piece right here, okay, is where the micro SD card goes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this micro SD card you see here. Now, if you've got nails, you slide it in like so. You can see that it's sliding in. You push it in, and then it clicks in place. And I use this because I don't have nails. I'm going to just push it in. Okay, so now it's locked in there. Okay, I've got that locked in there. I'm ready to record. If you don't have a micro SD card in here, when you go to record, this flashing thing here will flash red. But if it is flashing green, that means you've got a micro SD card in there. Okay, so that micro SD card is in here. Okay, if I turn this on now, you would see, let's just turn it on. There's your little on-off button on here. Okay, so we'll just turn this on. So you see the blue. There's the blue. And it's going to turn to green. See? It turned to green. So you've actually got this on green now. Okay, and you've downloaded your app, you opened your app. Now that it's on your phone, you can just go to the icon, click on it, it'll open up the app. Then close it down, go to settings. Don't close it down, just minimize it and go to settings. Or go to settings first. When you see Obsbot tail in your list of Wi-Fi, click on that, bring up the Obsbot tail, Wi-Fi, activate it, and you'll get the little blue button. And then you're here with this right now, and basically you've got the green and you're ready to record by hitting this button right here. Okay, you've got your micro SD card in here. So we're going to turn this off. By the way, before I turn it off, fully charged you've got four dots. Okay, you'll get an hour to an hour and a half out of this. And if you leave it plugged in, you know, with your charger, I think you get, you know, you can record even more, or record for as long as you want. I never did that. I usually have small recordings. I don't record more than an hour, you know. So these dots will start disappearing, you know. You'll get down to one dot, okay, and that's when you realize you should stop and, you know, charge it up again. All right, but again, you've got here. You normally get 4 dots. All right, I always charge it up before I use it or do anything with it, so that I've got my 4 dots. Okay, so that's basically it. I'm going to just turn this off now. Just turning it off. Okay, so now that's turned off. My robot camera, my Obsbot tail, which I'm using right now, okay, I'm recording. I've already recorded 18 minutes and 43 seconds so far. All right. When I'm ready to stop, I would hit the stop button, okay, which would mean that I'm no longer recording, but I could play back on my phone the recording if I want, okay, because I have it in 2 places. I have it on my phone and I have it on the Obsbot tail, okay? But the minute I turn off this phone, it's not on here anymore. It's only on that micro SD card, because right now what I'm doing is I'm communicating with the micro SD card to play back this recording, okay? So I can actually play back this recording right now. If I had finished recording, if I had hit the red stop button, okay, and the little red button here, it would stop, and then I would then, you know, play it back here, or take the micro SD card out and play it over on my computer using the micro SD card adapter. Now I don't have the micro SD card adapter that this slides into and goes into your computer. You're going to have to buy one of those, okay? And I'm sure your tech people over there know exactly what this would fit in, okay? But you would take your micro SD card. Now yours is my micro SD card is in there. I'm sorry, your micro SD card is in here, okay? So now I'm going to take it out. Again, you would use the screwdriver to get it out, and I would just turn this. Let's see if we can find it this way. The micro SD card, which is embedded in here, let me just get it. Where is it now? I always forget. There it is. Okay. So your micro SD card is in here, and I'm going to take this guy, and you would get like a little flat jeweler's screwdriver. Gently just push in, and it just popped it out. You see that? It got popped out. You can see it right there. Okay, that's where it is. I'm going to just take that out. All right, and the recording is all recorded. All right, I'm going to take it. I'm going to place it in the micro SD holder, which is this, and that will go in there like so. And then this would go into, I have only one, or else I would get you another one. I have to order more of these. This is what you're looking for. It is a USB to SD adapter. So this would slide in here like so. I have it right here. How does it go this way? Okay, it goes this way. So I would plug that in here just like that, and then place this in the USB port on my laptop or my regular computer, and I would have access to that video. You could download it to the computer if you want. You can upload it to download it to a DVD, a hard drive or something like that. Whatever you wanted to download it to, you could edit it, that kind of thing. I use Microsoft's editor, which comes with Microsoft Windows. I just type in editor in the search when I turn on my computer, and it finds the editor, and then I drag and drop the videos here into the editor. It's a learning curve on the editor. It's not that big a deal to learn how to use that. And if this thing comes in parts, if the video comes in parts, you just drop them into the slots on the video editor, and then hit done, and then it'll just put the whole thing together and stitch it together, and you get one long video, okay, which you then take and do whatever you want with, okay? So that's basically it. So you got this. This you're going to have to get. The micro SD card I'm going to give you, because I got tons of them. Matter of fact, I may give you a couple. All right, so you've got the micro SD card SD holder, the micro SD, which goes into the unit here, which is right here, goes into that little hole there. See that little hole right there? And your microphone plugs in on the bottom, not on the top. And your on-off switch is on the bottom, not on the top. This swivel is where the micro SD card goes. Okay? And that's basically it. This is just very loose. It doesn't do anything but stay loose, and you want to be very careful with this. Okay? And that's basically all there is to it. Again, I'm going to give you the manual, and it's got a little nice case here, a little case which is going to come with it, so you can carry it around with you. Basically, this is where it goes. It goes in here, which we can place this. Let's see if I get this in right here. Is this it? Oh, okay. So this is how it goes, you see? This is how it locks up in here. And you can actually take your microphone. You can put the microphone underneath here. I'm not going to do it now. When I send it to you, I will put the microphone underneath this spongy thing, and I will put the charger in here. Okay, and then all you got to do is take this whole nonsense with you and a tripod, and you're good to go. You're done. That's all you got to carry. No more cameraman. Look, I haven't got a cameraman. There's nobody behind me. There's nobody in front of me shooting me. I'm just, wherever I go, the camera goes. Okay? So, that's basically it. And you're going to love it. I love mine. You know. And that's about it. We just did 25 minutes and 18 seconds. Frank Paris, your friend, over and out.